Well, Jim, it's time to go home. And we appreciate you giving a little report for our AnglersIn.tv and our Facebook followers. How'd you do this week? Tell me some experiences you had this week.
Well, it was another great week. Of course, we were down last year and had to come back this year. I'm going to go home with a couple of memories that stand out. I had the most spectacular peacock strike I've ever seen. We had it on video. We were fishing a point with a chopper, and I was chopping, and a peacock came out of the water, took my bait, and went at least 8 feet horizontal. It was like somebody had launched a missile from a submarine, and I didn't even realize I had the fish hooked. I couldn't feel him because he was in the air taking my bait, but it was a 16-pounder. And I think that I'm like a lot of other anglers. I'm going to go home thinking about what might have been, because we were fishing a lagoon, and I made a cast. We caught some big fish in this lagoon last year. I made a cast out in the middle of the lagoon and was chopping, and one blew up on it. Antonio said grande, and I had the fish on about 10 feet, and it came off. And Antonio estimated, he said it's 21, 22 pounds, and that was my goal, to get a 20. And
Jim, you're a wood chopping maniac. We call you Rambo here. You're Rambo for short, and but you were chopping most of the week, huh, Jim? You were hunting big fish all week.
All week long. That's what I did last year, and I probably made maybe 100 casts with something other than a wood chopper.
If you say how many fish were, I know you were just fishing for big fish, Jim, and numbers weren't important to you, but what were you averaging a day when you were just fishing for big fish only?
I probably averaged 15 to 20 fish a day, and had opportunities for a lot more. We were around big fish a number of times. For some reason this year, they just were not at.
We hit that spawn a little different this year, didn't we, Jim?
Yeah, I think we were post-spawn, and the fish weren't quite as aggressive as last year.
Color-wise, on baits, Jim, what is your favorite color for wood choppers and technique?
Last year I used a softer chop than most people do, but they did not seem to like that this year, and I had to go to a hard chop, a green back bait with a white belly or a peacock color. Choppers seem to work best for me.
Well, we appreciate the report, Jim, and thank you for choosing Anglers In, and I hope we met your expectations in service, accommodations, and fishing, of course.
You certainly did. It was a great time, Billy.
Well, thank you, Jim. We appreciate it.